second long. Fulham will get it off, faces some pressure. And back deep to receive it and just letting it hop inside the 5 and down into the end zone is Ontario Bateman, the return man. That's a touchback. So LBCC, they'll start at their own 20. Up by 9, 23-14, 6:44 left to go in the second quarter. And I got to say, Brian, the Mounties need a stop right here.
Yeah, it'll be pretty big here if they can get a stop for the Mounties. If they give up another 6 or even another field goal, you're looking at least a 12-point lead for Long Beach heading into the half. And the defense here, the Mounties, really needs to hit those gaps a little stronger when they're handing the ball off to their running backs. Because they've been a very fast defense and a swarming defense so far this season.
1st and 10. LBCC at their own 20. 3 receivers set for Potter. He'll keep out to the far side of the field. Has room across the 25, 30, 35. And he skips on out of bounds right around the 39-yard line. Kenny Potter, 18 yards on the run that time. Moved the chains once again for the Vikings.
Yeah, that delayed that option there for Potter. Just did a great job on that keep and produced a first down. He's settling into this game very well for the Vikings.
LBCC, a team out of nowhere. Number 2 in Southern California. 4-0 coming into this game, and they're taking it to Mount SAC right now. Potter going to lob one deep down the far sideline, and some miscommunication there between him and Josiah Blandon. The pass falls to the turf, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
You know, it's hard to see what Potter's thinking here, as he obviously is taking whatever the defense is giving him. And right now he has quite a few options.
2nd and 10. Let's see if the Mounties can avoid LBCC from getting into their territory for the first time tonight. It's been that bad. They'll bring some pressure, and the pass is incomplete to the far side of the field. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Vikings.
Well, like I said on their last drive, Chris, they got to get to Potter. And they did a good job on that last play as well, as they sent the blitz, and that was led by Anuanu Paleo, 5'11", 285. He's a fast defensive player, and he showed there on that last blitz.
Mounties will go with 4 down linemen here. On a 3rd and 10 for LBCC. Ball at the Viking 38. 23-14. Long Beach with 6:18 left to go before the half. It's a draw. Potter across the 45. He picks up the first down. He gets in a Mountie territory all the way down to the 46. Huge gain there. What a play call to move the chains.
Yeah, that was a quarterback keeper play there, and he's just going right up the gut on the Mounties defense, as they were expecting a pass there on that play, and Potter just took it right up the middle. No contest until he's after the first down marker.
You can only hope for Mount SAC that at some point tonight they can adjust to this high-powered LBCC offense.
As they continue just to check down every time Potter comes out of that huddle, he's checking down.
He's pressured here. He's out to the far side of the field. He's going to throw on the run, and the pass is complete. Made something out of nothing. Clayton Branch, the tight end, caught it for a pickup of close to 10. That's his 3rd reception of the night. 6'3" sophomore out of Valley Christian. That'll move the chains. Pickup of 10. Potter looking like Johnny Manziel back there. Ball now at the Mountie 35. Play action. Potter going to go deep of the middle. The pass is incomplete. He was going for Granch once again. But a good job by Tyquan Glass, the freshman safety. Staying with Granch there. Making sure Granch didn't get an extra step on him. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Gentlemen, I wanted to remind you that the use of artificial noisemakers in the crowd is not allowed at their
2nd and 10. Guess you can't use artificial noisemakers in the crowd.
Vuvuzela? No?
This isn't soccer. On the 2nd and 10, pass is complete to Hampton, but he's wrapped up right where he caught it at the 30-yard line after a pickup of 5, and it'll bring up 3rd down for the Vikings.
Potter's pass is caught by number 5, Josiah Blandon. Brought down here at the 30-yard line.
This is a critical 3rd down here.
About 4.
LBCC probably right around field goal range for their kicker Solis, who's already 1 for 1 on the night with a 40-yarder.
I want to see these DBs and safeties get active here. It looks like it's going to be a passing play for the Vikings.
4 receiver set. Blandon, he'll hit Hampton down to the 25, and he gets inside the 25 to pick up the 1st down for LBCC. They just can't stop him.
Right now, the Mounties cannot stop them. Potter is leading an offensive unit with Hampton, with Blandon, who are such terrific weapons for him on the outside. They create a difficult matchup, especially right now with the Mounties.
1st and 10. LBCC now has it at the Mountie 24. They just keep on moving, Brian.
So there's another check down again by Potter.
Potter, he certainly adjusted to this defense in a hurry. The Vikings have only punted once. Play action. Potter's going to take a shot deep down the far sideline, and it's incomplete, intended for the USC commit Daquan Hampton. Double coverage. Great defense that time by the Mounties.
Mount SAC almost had an interception right there as that ball was floated into that end zone. And it looked like it was a hang time of about 10 years there as the DBs and the safeties were waiting for that ball to drop from Potter. Unfortunately, fell incomplete for the Mounties.
Dangerous pass thrown there by the quarterback, Kenny Potter, who's been spectacular tonight. We'll get your staffs on the halftime report. 2nd and 10. Potter will throw to the far side of the field. The ball's tipped in the air and incomplete. Ball's to the turf. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
This is where Mount SAC has to produce a big play. They're doing a great job on the last 2 as far as shutting down their receivers. They can come up with a big stop here, or even a pick or a sack, something to get the Mount SAC defense's
you just don't want to
mindset.
allow a 1st down.
Yeah, don't allow another 1st down.
3rd and 10. Ball at the 24.
They're showing blitz here, the Mounties. There's man-to-man coverage up top on the far side.
In the backfield with Potter is Darren Johnson, the freshman out of Long Beach Cabrillo. Mounties will bring the pressure. Glass gets him in the backfield, but the pass is incomplete. Nearly caught by Josiah Blandon, but he couldn't hang on to it. It'll force a 4th down and 10 for LBCC, and Potter took a shot from Tyquan Glass coming from the outside.
Tyquan Glass, I mean, it was a legal hit. There was nothing dirty about it. It was a clean hit on the quarterback. He did his job. He forced some pressure and forced Potter to throw that ball. More importantly, making it an incomplete pass for the Mounties here. So a big stop. They can contain this offense to field goal points. They have a shot in the second half, and the remaining 4:11 of the first.
A field goal really does nothing other than extend the lead by 3, obviously, but it's still a 2-possession game either way.
Yeah, and the Mounties have, they have to just build off of these containing defensive stops, if you will, with field goals or obviously.
And let's not forget, the Mounties have blocked a couple of field goals already this season.
Yeah, and, their defensive talent is more than what they're showing so far tonight. They're a fast, aggressive defense that can get to the quarterback, that can get to you on special teams as well, as we saw last week against Chaffee. So I expect the Mounties to kind of recoup here after a big stop on the defensive side. Those were 3 straight passing plays to his big targets and his receivers for Potter, and they were all incomplete passes. So they're adjusting to the field play out there. Is the Mounties defense. We'll see what happens here on the field goal attempt.
Out of the timeout, Alfredo Solis. He's already made one from 40 yards. This one from about 41. With 4:11 left to go before we hit the half, he's trying to extend the LBCC lead. The kick is up. It has the distance, and it's good. So Solis knocks through his 2nd of the night. He's 2 for 2. And with 4:09 left to go in the second quarter, it's 26-14. LBCC, but any time that you can avoid LBCC from scoring a touchdown, it's got to be a victory for your defense.
Yeah, so make that 2 victories, but that isn't showing up on the scoreboard. It's 26-14. The Vikings are leading the Mounties so far, and Allo and his receivers are going to have to get back to what's familiar and exposing the DBs and safeties on Long Beach's side. The first 2 big plays of the game were touchdown passes from Allo to Gilchrist and to Mackin. So if they can open that up again and hit his receivers on the outside, the defensive unit for Long Beach City cannot catch up to them. As Mount SAC is going to get ready here to get another offensive possession with just over 4 minutes to play here in the first half.
See if they can punch one into the end zone before halftime. At the halftime report, we'll give you stats from the first half and scores from around Southern California JUCO ball. This time James will kick it to the 5. This is Aaron Vaughns across the 25. Gets to the far side of the field. He's across the 30, across the 35, across the 40. Still on his feet, and he's finally brought down at the 45-yard line. A return of 40 yards for Aaron Vaughns. And that'll set up the Mounties with some nice field position here. They'll start at their own 45.
And it's plays like this by Aaron Vaughns that can really spark something for your team, for the Mounties here, as Allo is set to take the field. But Aaron Vaughns with such a smart run there. He saw some blocking. He saw a lane towards his left side and broke and finally taken down at the 45-yard line. Great field position for Allo to punch something in here before the half is over.
He's got 3 minutes and 58 seconds to do so. On a 1st and 10, Allo, he'll keep himself, and he'll get across the 45 to the 47 for about a pickup of 2.5.
So Allo didn't see what he liked as far as his options and decided to keep it himself. That was not a design play. He scrambled for a couple yards there. 3 to be exact.
2nd and 7. Generous ball spot. Gave him about an extra yard, it looked like. Snap is back on a play action. Allo pressured. He's going to go deep down the field looking for Gilchrist, but he overshoots him.
And that's what he's looking for, though. That was one-on-one coverage. Gilchrist and the man covering him on
Clearly
Long
much
Beach.
smaller.
He's a lot smaller. That was number 2, Keontae Godot, 5'7". That's me playing defense out there. So Gilchrist, of course, over the 6-foot.
I think if you're Allo there, you can't be afraid to throw that one on the money. You got to trust that a man who's almost a foot taller than his defender is going to come down with it. Now Mounties, they're faced with a 3rd and 7. Snap is back. Allo pressured, steps up, throws over the middle, and the pass is incomplete.
So the last 2 now 3rd downs and what would be 1st down markers. Those are both passes off of the fingertips. As
that was Ingram. He was going for Ingram.
That was Ingram on that last one, and Ryan Simpson before. So Allo, getting the ball to his receivers, unfortunately getting pressured right as they potentially catch that ball and ultimately dropping it to the floor for an incomplete pass.
3 and out for Mount SAC. Not what you want to see. Now you got to hold the Vikings once again. That defense doesn't get much time to rest on the sidelines as Fulham will boot this one away. It's an end-over-end kick, and it'll take a hop at the 20, and it'll take a friendly hop for LBCC and hop out at the 29. So that's where the Vikings will take over, leading by 12 with 3:07 left to go before halftime.
They got to get something big here. They got to get, like Vaughns did on that last kick return. There was something that sparked them. Unfortunately, that was an incomplete pass there by Allo, but the defense has to get a sack or, just a big hit. Maybe even ideally it's a pick, but, if they can get to Potter and put him under more pressure, Potter's had, for the most part, a very comfortable pocket to where he can spray the ball around to his receivers.
Let's see how he responds after the big hit he took on the last play of the offensive drive last time out for LBCC. No backs here. 4 receivers set. Potter pressured. He's going to take off himself, and he's going down for no gain.
Yeah, it looked like he barely got to the line of scrimmage. They're dancing around the Mounties' defense, but that's what I'm talking about there. You have plenty of players to sub in and out for this defensive unit. They do such a great job getting to the quarterback, leading the league in sacks. They can get to the quarterback, put him under pressure.
2nd and 10.